Republicans are in CYA mode, cover your mode, because the bill they just passed, the big so-called beautiful bill, is so unpopular that they're trying to rebrand it. It was a disaster for working people because they were literally gutting programs that help working people and giving that money to the ultra wealthy and the largest corporations, literally stealing from the working class to give to the wealthy, the largest transfer of wealth in our history, by cutting Medicaid, by cutting food benefits, by going after the programs that people rely on, and having people on their side of the aisle, within the administration, within the Senate, say what they truly think about Social Security, which is the largest anti-poverty program in the country. What do they say? Scott Bessent, Secretary of the Treasury, said the one big beautiful bill is a backdoor for privatizing Social Security. I didn't say that. I don't think any of my colleagues on our side of the aisle had ever said that. He's the Secretary of the Treasury. He said it. And you go down the list. Elon Musk, Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. The so-called Social Security Commissioner, Frank Biziano, said he had to Google what the position was about. He had to Google it. You can look it up. He had to Google what the Social Security Commissioner was about. And then Secretary Howard Lutnick, he said, let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. Duh, you're worth $3.4 billion. So that's how they approach this issue. Like, go Mike Lee. I'm here to tell you now one thing that you probably haven't ever heard from a politician. It's my objective to phase out Social Security. Ron Johnson, it's a legal Ponzi scheme. Just go on and on and on. So what they're trying to do is have this hearing to say there's nothing to look at that, folks. There's nothing, we don't believe in that, when every single action they have taken says that they're not for it. Like, they should just be straight. Some of them are for it, but I would say that the main orthodoxy of the Republican Party is to privatize Social Security or get rid of it, plain and simple. Like, that's what they're not saying. That's why we're having this hearing. If they really wanted to negotiate a bill, let's negotiate a bill, because we do have to deal with this problem in the long term. And then the amount of people that are being kicked off of disability of Medicaid is crazy. Republicans actually think that kicking people off of disability, they'll fill our worker shortage, just as Secretary of Agriculture. She said, oh, we'll have plenty of workers if we tighten up requirements and they're forced to go to work. Well, we know that 80% of people on disability are 50 years or older. What do they think picking watermelon is like, or picking strawberries, or going into the fields? It's a tough gig. Like, my dad was a bracero, which was an immigrant farm worker back in 58 to 60. That was hard work. And let's go talk about the immigrants in this country. Undocumented immigrants, how much did they pay towards Social Security? In 2023, $26 billion into a program that they are not going to see any benefits for. But now they're trying to round them up, ship them off. You know, originally it was supposed to be going after criminals. I don't know how many criminals actually work in a laundry room, work at a car wash, work at a day labor sites. I don't know MS-13 gang members who have day jobs. Like, this is insane. Like, so they're in CYA mode, and they're doing this hearing because they know that that big so-called beautiful bill is really just one ugly mess, and it's hurting the American people. And that's not even getting me started on their tariffs. Like, the tariffs that they used to be against, now they're for, that is a tax on working men and women. Who does it hit hardest? People on disability, people on Social Security, people that are trying to struggle to get by. But you don't hear them talking about it. because there's only one issue that they care about, and that's Donald J. Trump. With that, I yield back.
Thank you. Now I'd like to recognize for 5 minutes for questions on our hearing topic about returning to